to a misty Stockholm, Sweden, for this game between Sweden and Canada. Let's take a look at the Canadian lineup. Grand Fuhrer there with Marois and Elliott on defense, McLean, Howardchuk, and Messier. What a line that is, but for me, the line of the tournament is Anderson, Yzerman, and Gallant. James Patrick on defense has done well. Babic, Danico have also done well. Big Canadian defenseman out there. Bellows has got a boomer of a shot, so keep your eye on him. Scott Stevens, Deneen, McBain have all played well. They've got a great backup goaler in Sean Burke.
Well, the Swedes have gotten a good tournament out of Peter Lindmark in the goal. Experience with Borje Salming and Anderson on defense. Bergqvist, Rundqvist, and Sodergren up front. Eldebrink with the big shot from the point on defense, with Berglund, Steen, and Nilsson doing a nice job of playmaking on that second line. Olausson and Samuelsson, two more defensemen with big shots, like to move the puck around. Carlson and Thomas Sandstrom with a lot of experience. Ritterwall, a very capable goalie, and Stromwall, Eriksson, and Oling, very capable forwards as well.
A magnificent crowd here in the Globe Arena, and amongst them is King Gustav of Sweden. Everyone getting set for what they hope will be a Swedish victory, but I can tell you it's going to be close. The Canadians playing from right to left. Elliott again, getting it around. Elliott has played well in the tournament so far as he gets it up to Messier. Howardchuk now. Howardchuk still in the corner. Anderson, oh, shot right on. And Lindmark got behind Howardchuk's shot, and he had to be quick on that one. Point blank range.
Well, the backhand pass comes out, and Dale Howardchuk fought off that defenseman nicely and got a shot off on Lindmark. There you see Messier's backhand pass. Howardchuk fights him off and gets it toward the net, but Lindmark comes up nicely on that one.
Yzerman out there for the Canadians in the face-off circle.
Well, this game is going to be a great one, as I look for a lot of puck movement, a very fast end-to-end hockey game here.
And it's going to be physical. Most of the Canadians play in the National Hockey League. Some of the Swedes do too. They've met several times before over the years. Elliott goes back for it. During this tournament, the Swedes came out on top. The first time they met, 6-5. Into the corner, Gallant lets it go. Looking for someone to pass to, right out front, and back comes Sweden. Every time they touch the puck, there's going to be a roar. A long shot, wide of the target by Bo Eriksson. Patrick. Bit of misunderstanding there. Bellows fires it in. Both teams trying to get a change of lines on the play. Eriksson head-matting the puck, taken out by Yzerman, dropped now, and really they can't get a handle on that puck. Maybe first period nerves. Dahlin chasing, Babic after it. The Canadians scoop it in. Ashton on the wrong wing, trying to get it right out front, the backhand shot. Deneen was in there, cruising, and again the shot right down, and Lindmark goes down. Muller out there. The Canadians putting on the pressure. Deneen kicking it, gets it right across the goal mouth, and some holding there by Fredrik Olausson, who plays for the Jets in the National Hockey League. Holding of the stick, but it went unnoticed.
Oh, Ashton Muller and Deneen are flying out there as they come right back in again at that Swedish net. There's going to be a penalty on this play, as this line is all over the Swedes.
Anderson standing there as if to say, what, me? No way. Well, he skates over to the penalty box. Let's take a look at this again.
Well, the Swedes didn't know what to do, as here's that play that Deneen and Muller and Ashton fed nicely around the back of that net. Deneen gets that shot off, but Lindmark once again was there.
So Lindmark seeing a lot of rubber here in the opening stages, and there's Fuhrer getting a piece of that. Steen in the face-off circle. Oh, shot. Oh, that's kicked out by Fuhrer. A brilliant save. A great shot from way back at the point. And now Sweden showing that they too can put on the pressure. Eriksson up onto the left wing, and the Canadians quick to react, quick to get back into the play. Gallant gets it over. Bellows scoops it in. And the Canadians trying to bottle up Steen in there as he gets it over into the corner. Eriksson, still no score here in the first period. Eldebrink got it up to Steen. A shot by Berglund, deflected high and comes back into the neutral zone. Eriksson, some nice passes here by the Swedes. They work their way in, and again Pure comes up with a great save with that glove hand of his. Berglund involved in so many nice things out there, but what a save by the goalie.
Nice playmaking once again by Kent Nilsson as he throws that puck around very well. Berglund gets a shot off, but Pure's there.
Well, we really are seeing some magnificent ice hockey tonight. Great stuff. This is the best in the world. Still no score here in the first period. And I'm sure when a goal does come, if it's Sweden in particular, it will bring this house down. A magnificent crowd. The Swedes have been great hosts throughout the tournament. Howardchuk getting it over. They shoot. That scores! Messier got the touch on that, but that went in off a skate. Sodergren's skate. I'm sure when we see this on the replay, we'll see that Sodergren put it in with his own skate.
Well, Howardchuk controlling the puck nicely. Mark Messier's on his off wing, snaps a wrist shot toward the goal. Lindmark kicks it out, but he's not sure where it is, and Sodergren comes skating back to help him. But his help isn't that well warranted as it goes off his skate and into the net. There you see it. Sodergren coming back, and the puck's in off his skate. Messier will be credited with a goal.
From a different angle, Howardchuk gets it over to Messier. And watch this. So the Canadians get the first goal here with 9:25 gone in the first period. Elliott tying his man up behind the net. Steen gets it across. Going forward is Berglund. Steen cruising in front. Berglund takes a shot. He scores! It's level. Just a few seconds after the Canadians put the puck in the net, Berglund says, anything you can do, I can do better. A devastating slap shot from the slot area ties it up.
Berglund, who works so hard in there, he's cruising all over the ice. He sets himself up in the slot. He gets away a bullet there. Here's the play. The pass is thrown over to Berglund. He gets all of that one. Pure doesn't have a piece of that.
1-1 the score here. The Swedes have come back into it a matter of seconds after the Canadians score. Marois head-manning the puck, back to Marois. A bad pass by him. And the noise and the atmosphere in this crowd here in this stadium are just amazing. As soon as the Swedes touch the puck, people stand, they cheer, they beat drums, they clap. Listen to the reaction now. Steen going in, Steen bobbing and weaving, trying to get something going as he spins and hangs onto that puck. Salming. Berglund. The Canadians getting tied up as Bellows eventually, well, I was about to say eventually dumps it out, but that was poked right back in. Marois now flips it up, and back come the Canadians. Ashton trying to do it 1-on-4. Ashton drops it back. Muller right in front. The shot, they score! Stevens, number 26, got the pass from Muller. Ashton did all the work, and it looked like he was going to try to go through four guys. 2-1 to score.
Well, Brent Ashton threw that puck around. Muller skated in behind the net and picked it up and threw it out to Big Scott Stevens, who was coming in from his defensive spot. There's a pass from Muller. There's a man trying to hook Stevens, but that's an awful strong man to try and hook. And Big Scott gets the puck behind the goalie.
Again, we see Stevens, who plays for the Washington Capitals. Not a difficult shot. An awkward one, though. It's high. upstairs. 2-1 the score. The Canadians in the lead here in the first period. End-to-end ice hockey. Seconds ticking away here in the first period. A chance perhaps for one shot. That's right on, but the defenseman gets in front of it. Dahlen doing some work there for Sweden. The Canadians golf it into the neutral zone. Bellows stepping off the ice. Babic bringing it in. 10 seconds remaining on the period. Offside the call. And this game perfectly poised for the second period. Still lots more ice hockey to come. The Canadians lead by 2-1. And this man has played an important role for the Swedish side. So 5 seconds remaining in the first period. The Canadians will be happy just to kill off the dying seconds and go in and get a well-deserved rest. There goes the buzzer to end the first period. 2-1 the score. Join us in a moment. We're at the second period. The Canadians, playing from left to right, lead by 2-1. Still a wide open contest, still anyone's game. Remember, they're playing for the medals now. The top 4 teams will play each other once. The Soviets, the Czechs, that's right out front. The Swedes and the Canadians for the 1989 World Championships right out front. And Pure made the move as that went across the goal mouth. Back come the Canadians. Ashton took that in offside. An early move there from the Swedes.
Well, the play is going up and down the ice very quickly here as Berglund comes all the way down the ice. Tries to lead Steen to the goal, but Fuhrer comes across, cut that angle down a bit. And I think he got a piece of that one. There it goes, just wide of the net.
So 2-1, still the score here in the second period. Close checking, but at times wide open. I know that's a contradiction, but that's the way it's been. The Swedes now, with this massive crowd behind them. Nilsson, still Nilsson working his way in, and eventually that is poked into the corner. Some good defensive work there by number 5, James Patrick. Howardchuk backhands it into the corner. The Canadians trying to get this shot, a weak one from Carlisle, way back at the blue line, and now Sweden works it out. Bergqvist. The Swedes running into a sea of white jerseys. Messier chasing Anderson. Howardchuk. All the way out to the blue line. Sandstrom getting it up. Steen taken out of the play nicely. Still not out.
Both teams coming back nicely as the Swedes broke down the ice, but the Canadians back-checked well. Came right back into their defensive zone and broke the play up.
Anderson putting it up. Dahlen. A long shot by Sandstrom goes off a skate. And the Canadians with Scott Stevens getting it up on the wing. McLean coming off a skate again, and Babic has lost his stick, and he's really doing a lot of bumping and grabbing. Sandstrom gets it up. Eldebrink takes a shot, and he scores! The big burly defenseman makes it 2 goals apiece, and that's his 5th goal of the tournament.
Well, we've seen Eldebrink score from that blue line on a few occasions in this tournament, but he gets a chance in close and puts it away. Some great work by Thomas Sandstrom as he stick handles her in, leads Eldebrink with a pass. It goes off his stick, he gets a second chance and puts it behind Grant Fuhrer. There you see a nice pass coming in from Sandstrom. A little bit of a baseball swing and it's in the net.
Again, we look at this from a different angle. The defenseman right up there, lucky to be where he is, but that's what it's all about. 2-2 the score with 6:22 gone in the second period. This game once again has come alive, and this capacity crowd here in the Globe Arena are enjoying every second of this. Bellows now. Bellows takes it over the blue line. Pushed out of the play by Samuelson. Going in on the backhand side. The Canadians couldn't get the shot away. Gallant, a shot from a sharp angle, is kicked away, and that one is golfed into the neutral zone. Patrick. Yzerman going in, and the goaltender goes down as Yzerman is pumped against the woodwork, and Lindmark comes up with a save.
Well, that's good defensive play by the Swedes there. A nice move by Stevie Yzerman. And he's stopped by Lindmark, but you see 3 Canadians and 3 Swedes right on him. There's Yzerman sliding by the net with his man. The man in front is well covered, and the man at the side of the net is covered. There you see it. 3 Canadian bodies and 3 Swedes right on him.
Well, that's what back-checking is all about. Look at the men that Richard referred to here being covered on the play. They're all taken out, and the goaltender just has to grab the puck. From the face-off, Salming up on the wing, a long pass, trying to thread the eye of the needle there. Right in front, the shot comes wide of the target, it comes back out again, and Ellett picks it up off the backboards, and back come the Canadians. On the attack, Ashton going in. Ashton scoops that out front. The Swedes come up with it, they're getting back fast. Rundqvist now, stick handling, a pair of 9s, getting together at center ice. Muller checking there, shadowing Rundqvist. Rundqvist now up on the wing, picks up, well, almost picked up his own pass. That one came right out front, and eventually was steered away, and Dineen bounces it off the boards and brings it back over. Dineen cruising in front, tried to get a handle on that one, and he couldn't. Babic. And a reminder that these 2 teams played a close game last week, and the Swedes came out on top 6-5. Anything can happen in this one. Stevens right out front. Oh, and Lindmark got down. How he kept that out, I don't know.
Well, a good opportunity for Glenn Anderson right there. Just couldn't find the target.
Marwa getting it up. Anderson goes after it. The goaltender way out of his net. Elderbrink scoops it around. A long pass up on the wing. Berglund fired it out. Elderbrink. Teams changing on the fly, and the Swedes coming up again with Elderbrink, who's a defenseman, finding himself in the corner. The Canadians now, Howard Chuck couldn't control that, and he skates to the bench for a well-deserved rest. Still checking like mad are the Canadians. Gallant, Yzerman on the wing. Gallant takes a shot, and that went by the far post. Yzerman now. Yzerman, Gallant, right by the open corner. They're buzzing all around that net. The Canadians putting on the pressure. Again, the deflection just didn't come off. The pressure here by the Canadians is immense. Bellows doing some work out there. Keeping it in. All around the net. Behind the net. Richard, this is incredible pressure from the Canadians.
That's right. I'm sure the Swedes would just like to have a whistle here, as this line is all over them.
Well, for a moment it looked like the Swedes were playing a man short, but I assure you they weren't. They were just outclassed.
That's right, as they managed to dump that puck in, and they'll get some fresh wheels out there now.
Patrick, a high stick was the call. So they'll have a face-off after that stick touched the puck. And of course the stick and the puck were both over the shoulder height. Excellent ice hockey action here in the Globe Arena in Stockholm, Sweden. The Swedes against the Canadians. Gallant knocking on the door, shot that one wide, and look at the defenseman taking out Bellows.
Well, Brian Bellows was positioned in front of that net for about a half a minute on that shift. There he is. They're trying to cover him like a blanket, but he's doing a lot of work around the front of Lindmark.
The score is tied here in the second period. The Canadians bringing back the wingers, their center, really coming back fast. The Swedes working it in nicely in the corner. Both teams have had their moments. Both teams have applied the pressure. Anderson, Rundqvist, Babbage loves to mix it up in the corner. Anderson taken out of the play by Yzerman, a pair of 19s. Rundqvist getting it back to the defense. Salming. Well, they're creating problems for themselves out there. They change up their lines, and the Canadians work it back in.
Well, the Swedish forwards aren't moving too much at the moment, and the defense are finding it hard to find somebody to pass that puck to get it out of the zone.
Ellett going back for it. Marois finds Ellett again. He's got Ashton on the wing. Tipped up just a bit too far, and the race is on as Dineen goes forward. Dineen'sing it. Eldebrink, and he gets to the puck first. A magnificent effort from him. Eventually, the Swedes come back with it on the attack, and just an incredible hockey game, a real seesaw battle. Marois protecting the front of the net, and the Canadians with 3 men now behind the net. Well, I don't know if that's good ice hockey, but they're going for the puck and they get to it. The Swedes now, Sternball takes a shot, it hits a stick, bounces into the corner. Eldebrink again finds himself right up there in the corner. A shot, kicked away, and back come the Canadians. Dineen working his way in. Dineen's got a breakaway. That's upstairs, and it's in the net. The victory salute from Dineen, number 11, gives the Canadians a 3-2 lead here in the second period.
Great pass from Brent Ashton. Dineen is in there. He's behind Eldebrink. All he's got to do is beat Lindmark. He lets him make his move and puts a puck over him. There you see the pass from Brent Ashton. Kevin Dineen comes in on the net and just flips it up into the top corner.
Brent Ashton here going and taking the defenseman with him. Both went with him. Nobody went with Dineen. And that's a lovely goal. See the 2 defensemen going after him.
That line did a lot of work as they went end-to-end. Dineen had been forechecking tenaciously before that and had been tough in his own defensive zone. And still had the wheels to come back down and score a nice goal.
3-2 the score. The Canadians have gone into the lead, but Nilsson brings it right back for Sweden, right out front. Samuelsson spins it around, and still it's not away. Berglund trying to get it out front as he's tied up on the play. Some good back-checking there by the Canadian defense. And eventually that's flipped into the neutral zone. Nilsson. Messier happy just to backhand that in. Anderson taken out of the play. Samuelsson. Ashton now comes up with the puck. Gallant coming up the long shot, and that's in the net. Berglund picks up his second goal of the game, and he too gives a victory salute. A brilliant slap shot. The Grand Pure, well, did he see it?
Well, we were talking about the work Dineen was doing end-to-end. Berglund's doing the same. He just never stops working. He gets a blast off from the blue line here. Comes down the ice, tees it up. He's just inside the blue line. Lets go a really nice shot. Beats Bure cleanly. There you see it again. Berglund with the big shot. Bure's late moving for that one.
So once again, the score is level, 3 goals apiece. Coming back now, Patrick. Patrick takes a shot. The rebound is out. The Canadians putting on the pressure once again, and we really knew this game was going to be close, Richard, but this is just incredible stuff.
Well, they just keep trading goals back and forth, and it's going to be a cracker right to the finish.
Messier wants a piece of this one, but the Swedes tie it up in the corner, and we'll have a face-off. The official saying, come on, let's move the puck. On the replay, the goaltender letting the rebound come out. That was Patrick moving in, and the defensemen really are getting forward here. Messier got it over to Patrick. Not a difficult shot from the goalie, and he could have come up with a better save than that.
Going back to that end-to-end hockey, just as one team scores and you think they've got momentum going, the other team takes it right back away from them. The game just stays level. Both teams not wanting to give up an inch here.
Well, you got the second and third place teams in the top four here. The Swedes, who won this tournament in 1987, are placed second for this final round. The Canadians are placed third, and back come the Swedes, working in nicely over the blue line. Nilsson hooked out of the play. A roar comes up from the crowd. Ellett doing a lot of work along the boards. Ashton now. Ashton fires it up along the boards. 1 minute remains. Dineen picks up that loose puck and he puts it in the net. Well, that was a gift from Eldebrink. He passed it right to Dineen and he was wide open right in front of the net. And what was Eldebrink thinking? He's played so well throughout the tournament. This is a pity for him.
Oh, this is like a birthday present for Kevin Dineen as Eldebrink just hands him the puck. He's right into the slot, takes his time and snaps it up as Lindmark went down on one knee. There's the pass from Eldebrink. I don't know what he was thinking here. There's Kevin Dineen. Takes his time, just wrist shot over Lindmark as he goes down on that knee.
If you look at this again, Richard, I don't even think there's another player over there with a blue and yellow uniform on. There was no one there at all.
No, a totally blind pass by Eldebrink.
So 4-3 the score, with 50 seconds remaining on the clock here in the second period. That gift has silenced this crowd, and the Canadians have gone into the lead once again. Incredible ice hockey action here in the Globe Arena. The Canadians still with the puck in the Swedes' end. Anderson working right in front. A shot hits a defenseman. Messier getting a piece of that one. Well, 20 seconds remaining on the clock. The Canadians have taken the lead 4 times. Can the Swedes come back yet again? Time ticking away here in the second period. 8 seconds now. Well, the buzzer's going to go. I'm sure we're not going to have any further scoring here. There goes the buzzer. Join us in a moment for the third period. Back to ice hockey here on Eurosport. The third and final period of this incredible game between Canada and Sweden. The Canadians leading 4-3. And the Swedes, playing from left to right, are now on the attack. Steen, as he's done so many times, goes around and spins round looking for that trailer, but this time it just didn't come off. The slap shot whizzes by Grant Fuhr. Olausson flips it back in. Out now is Ashton as Muller is dumped to the ice. Ashton skating around, trying to get around that defenseman. Some good work there by Olausson. A long shot is steered into the corner by Lindmark.
Well, this is a period where the Canadians have got to be careful. There's 20 minutes left out there, and the last time these teams met, the Swedes took it away from them in the third period and came up with a 6-5 win. The Canadians want to be careful.
Back on the attack, head manning the puck, intercepted there at the neutral zone. Coming in now, a shot right on Fuhr by Bergqvist. And Grant Fuhr held his ground as they start to mix it up and have words with each other right in front of the net. Sandstrom is being told by Salming to stay out of it. They can't afford a penalty now.
Well, this is good work by Bergqvist, cutting in on the goalie. He goes down, still takes a stab at it. Fuhr comes up with it, and the Canadians are just clearing the front of that net.
Babic is doing the defending as he brings his man to the ice. A lot of Canadians around to protect that puck, though. Carlisle being shadowed by Berglund. Carlisle scoots it into the corner. Salming, still it's Sweden. Sandstrom, they're all around the net. The Canadians eventually pick it up and dump it into center. Back comes Canada, and you can see that players are getting dropped to the ice all over the place. The shot there hit a defender, and even the guys who haven't got the pucks are getting flattened.
Oh, that's good man-to-man coverage on that attack. The Swedish defenseman just played the body and stayed right with him.
Rundqvist takes out Dineen nicely, goes into the corner. Rundqvist now. Oh, some nice stick handling as he works himself to the side of the circle. Rundqvist just couldn't get the shot away. It was Olausson. He backhands that one, and it's across the net. And the body work that has taken place in front of that net. A shot, Yzerman, Anderson, Well, it certainly is getting physical right in front of that net. And the Canadians are protecting Grand Fuhr. The Swedes really do have to keep their heads up. Steen getting it right in front. Too many white shirts there. Back comes Anderson. Messier into the corner as Howardchuk slows it down. Babic. Teams changing on the fly. The Swedes taking their time as they get some more men on the ice, and back they come. Nilsson, who's played strong throughout this game. The shot right in from number 12, Johan Sternvall, kicked away nicely. Bellows takes a long shot, and the whistle blows.
Well, the Canadians are coming back well. When the Swedes attack, they're still trying to be a little bit too pretty as they're moving that puck around. They've got to have more action right on the net, as Sternvall shows here. The shot is all that matters. And there was a nice one there. Fuhr came up nicely.
So both teams getting their chances. The Canadians now, Messier, still Messier in the corner. Anderson goes in after it as it goes back to the point and trickles out over the blue line. Ellett flips it over to Marois, back to Ellett. Ellett looking for Messier. Anderson up there, just a bit too far. Eldebrink. The Swedes with Eldebrink. Keep your eye on this guy. He really can travel with that puck. Loves to score goals. Berglund. Eldebrink out there. Berglund again. Eldebrink gets it by Messier. Olausson taken out along the boards on the right wing, and the Canadians flip it back into center. Again, the teams change on the fly. Pace is slowed down a bit. Bellows picks it up now and comes back on the attack. Bellows to Patrick. Patrick has Gallant with him, and Yzerman. Yzerman is right in front. Oh, the backhand shot, and that's in the net! Well, is that going to count? Yes, it is. Patrick gets the goal. He went all the way up on the right wing. Let's watch this again.
Well, Patrick looks like a forward here. As a defenseman that he is, he moves up, gets a backhander off. Lindmark doesn't seem to know where it is. It's underneath his body, but it carries in behind the red line. There you see James Patrick moving in on him again. He gets a backhand shot off. Lindmark's not sure where it is, and it gets behind his arm and into the goal.
Well, one more look at this. This one just trickles by the goaltender the last moment.
Oh, it's good work from James Patrick there.
So the defenseman for Canada, James Patrick, who plays for the New York Rangers, makes it 5-3. So for the first time in this game, the Canadians go 2 goals up. Remember, of course, that they were 2 goals up against the Swedes the last time they played, and the Swedes came up with a 6-5 victory.
That's right, it was this exact score, and the Swedes came back in that third period with 3 big goals to get by the Canadians.
The Canadians are pumped up for this one, but the Swedes, of course, have this magnificent crowd here in the Globe Arena right behind them. Coming in on the attack, Anderson. Carlisle steers him into the corner. Nilsson, number 22, Messier, gets it up to Dineen. Dineen gets by the goaltender, but he can't get the puck. The goalie is way out in no man's land. He lost his stick. And again, the Jim Corsi impersonation.
Well, Lindmark took his chances there as Dineen was breaking in on him. He ended up making the right play, but it could have been very costly.
Messier couldn't get to that one, and Sweden coming back on the attack, getting it up on the right wing, taking that shot. That's right on the target. Running out of time here as that one goes right in front of the net. Now it's back to Eldebrink. Eldebrink putting it into Rundqvist. That pass eventually finds its way to Lindmark. This time he holds onto his stick and clears it out.
Well, as the action gets into the Canadian zone, they're really bottling up the front of that net well and playing the body. The Swedes aren't really able to penetrate the front of that goal.
Sodergren a step offside there as he went over the blue line before the puck, and a chance for both teams to change up their lines. The shot right on the target, and I don't think Fuhr saw much of that.
No, there was some good work here as Bergqvist moved in. He stopped, the defenseman had to go with him, and he got it away, and Carlisle might have been screening Grant Fuhr.
Canada still with a 2-goal lead here with 20 seconds remaining. 5-3 the score. The Swedes running out of time. Canada content to dump that down the ice. Going back for it is Salming. It's just not going to be for Sweden. 2 seconds, 1 second, a long shot won't mean much. And there goes the final whistle. The score, Canada 5, Sweden 3. Just a brilliant performance by both teams.
An excellent end-to-end game. The Canadians with a well-deserved win.
And this is the way the table looks so far. The Canadians with 2 points in first place. The Soviet Union also with 2 in second. The Czechs and the Swedes still looking for their first win of this medal round. At the bottom of the table, they fight it out to avoid relegation into Pool B. The Americans and the Finns are tied in 5th. The West Germans and the Poles in 7th and 8th respectively. Friday, the Americans take on West Germany and the Poles go against Finland. And on Saturday, well, it gets tighter and tighter, doesn't it? The Swedes take on Czechoslovakia, and then that big game, Canada against the Soviet Union. Until then, from Richard Beaupre and myself, Paul Ferguson, bye for now.